Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Active Listening. I'm your host, Alyssa, and I am so happy to have you joining me today. We're going to talk about something really important for making your English better, and that's learning key phrases for daily talks. Think about it. When you speak English, it's not just about knowing every single word. No, it's often about knowing how to put together common phrases, those ready-made sayings that native speakers use all the time, without even thinking. These phrases are like the building blocks of natural conversation. And by learning them, you'll not only sound smoother, but you'll also understand native speakers much better. Today, we've picked out 20. Yes, 20 super important English phrases that you can start using right away to make your conversations easier, more natural, and more sure. We'll go through each phrase one by one. I'll explain exactly what it means, give you some clear examples of how to use it in different situations, and then we'll have a little practice time together so you can really get comfortable saying them out loud. Remember, the best way to truly learn these phrases isn't just listening, it's actively taking part. So, don't be shy. Repeat after me. Try to use them in your own sentences. This active practice will make a huge difference in your language journey. So, are you ready to open up more, sure, and natural English conversations? Fantastic. Let's get started. Our first phrase, a true everyday favorite, is "How are you?" This might seem very simple, but it's super important. It's the most common greeting in English, used to ask about someone's well-being. It's polite, friendly, and a perfect way to start talking. You'll hear it everywhere, from relaxed chats with friends to more formal talks at work or school. Let's imagine a few situations. You walk into work, and you see your friend or colleague. You might say, "Good morning, how are you?" Or you're calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. "Hey Sarah, how are you doing?" I sometimes say, "How are you doing?" It means exactly the same thing, just a bit more casual. It's like asking, "How's life treating you?" Now, how do you answer when someone asks, "How are you?" The most common answers are, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?" Or, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?" You can also say, "I'm doing well." Or if you're not feeling so great, "I'm okay," or "not too bad." These answers are simple and easy to understand. Let's practice this. I'll ask you, "How are you?" And I want you to say your answer out loud. Don't just think it, say it. Ready? How are you? Great job. Remember, a simple "How are you?" can open many doors in English conversation and show you're friendly. Moving on to our second essential phrase, "Nice to meet you." This one is used when you meet someone for the very first time. It's a polite way to say you're happy to meet them. It's a very common phrase in social settings and at work. Imagine you're at a party, and a friend introduces you to someone new. You might shake hands and say, "Nice to meet you," person's name. Or in a business meeting, you might introduce yourself. "Hello, I'm Alyssa. Nice to meet you all." It shows respect and a friendly attitude. A common answer to "nice to meet you" is "nice to meet you too." It's direct and polite, showing that you feel the same way. Let's try a little role play. Imagine I've just been introduced to you. I'll say, "Nice to meet you." And you answer. Try to make it sound natural and friendly. "Hi, I'm Alyssa. Nice to meet you." Your turn. Excellent. That's a perfect way to make a good first impression and start a new connection. Our third phrase is excuse me. This is a super useful phrase, used for several different reasons. It's like a polite little helper word. You can use it to politely get someone's attention. For example, if you need to ask a question. You can also use it to say sorry for a small bump or interruption, like if you accidentally step on someone's foot. Or you can use it to ask someone to move so you can pass by in a crowded place. It's a great phrase for being polite when you're out and about and talking to people. Think about these common situations. You're in a crowded shop, and you need to get past someone to reach an item. You can politely say, "Excuse me, could I just get through?" Or you accidentally bump into someone on the street. You immediately say, "Oh, excuse me." Another very common use is if you want to ask a stranger for directions. You'd go up to them and say, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" It's a gentle way to interrupt without being rude. Let's practice using excuse me in different ways. First, imagine you want to get someone's attention in a restaurant to order food because your waiter hasn't noticed you. What would you say? Your turn. Now, imagine you need to pass someone in a narrow path at the supermarket. What do you say? Your turn. Perfect. Excuse me is your go-to phrase for polite interaction in many situations. Phrase number 4 is thank you. This is probably one of the most basic and important phrases in any language, showing you are grateful. It's simple, strong, and everyone likes to hear it. Always remember to say thank you when someone does something for you, no matter how small or big it is. It shows you appreciate their effort or kindness. Think of some examples. Your friend hands you a cup of coffee. You say, "Thank you." A stranger holds the door open for you. You say, "Thank you very much." Or if someone says something nice about you, like saying your shirt looks nice, you could respond, "Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you." There are many easy ways to respond to thank you. The most common are "You're welcome," "No problem," or "My pleasure." Let's practice saying thanks. Imagine I've just helped you with something you really needed. I want you to say thank you in a natural way. Ready? Here's that book you were looking for. Your turn. Excellent. A sincere thank you goes a long way in making good connections with people. Our fifth phrase is "I'm sorry." This phrase is used to say sorry for a mistake you made, or to show that you feel sad for someone because of something bad that happened to them. It shows that you know you made an error, or that you feel bad about their situation, just like thank you. "I'm sorry" is very important for polite and kind communication. Let's think about when you'd use it. You accidentally spill a drink on someone's table. "Oh no, I'm so sorry." You're late for a meeting with a friend. "I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic was terrible." Or if someone tells you sad news, like their pet is sick, you might say, "I'm so sorry to hear that." When someone says, "I'm sorry" to you, and they're apologizing for a mistake, you might respond with, "It's okay," "No worries," or "Don't worry about it." These phrases help assure them that it's not a big deal. Let's practice. Imagine you've accidentally stepped on someone's foot on a crowded bus. How would you apologize? Say it out loud. Your turn. That's it. Being able to apologize nicely is an important social skill and shows you care about others. Moving on to phrase number 6. Could you please repeat that? This is a super useful phrase when you don't quite hear or understand what someone has said. It's polite and helps you get clear information without feeling shy. Don't be afraid to use it. Even native English speakers use it all the time when they miss something. Imagine you're talking to someone and they speak a little too fast. Or maybe there's some loud background noise, like music or other people talkings. You can say, "I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?" Or if you only missed a small part of what they said, "Could you please repeat the last part?" You can also say a shorter version like, "Could you say that again?" which means exactly the same thing. Let's practice. I'm going to say something quickly, and I want you to ask me to repeat it. Don't worry if you don't get it. That's the point of the practice. Ready? The cat sat on the mat and then ran after the bat. Your turn. Fantastic. Asking for clear information is a sign of good communication and shows you're paying attention. Phrase number 7. How much does this cost? This is a key phrase for shopping and dealing with money. Knowing how to ask for prices is absolutely necessary when you're in a store, at a market, or even trying to buy something online. It's how you find out the price. Think about these shopping examples. You're in a shop, looking at a nice shirt you might want to buy. You pick it up and ask the shop assistant, "Excuse me, how much does this cost?" Or you're at a fresh food market. "How much does this apple cost?" If there are many items, you could point to them and ask, "How much are these?" It's a very direct and useful question. Let's practice. Imagine you're in a coffee shop and you want to know the price of a latte before you order. What would you ask the barista? Say it out loud. Your turn. Excellent. You're ready for your next shopping trip or coffee break without any worry. Our 8th phrase is, "Where is the restroom?" Or you can also say, "Where is the bathroom?" This is a crucial phrase when you're out and about, in any public place, like a restaurant, a big store, or even someone's home when you're visiting. It's how you politely ask for directions to the toilet. You're in a new restaurant you've never visited before. You might ask a server, "Excuse me, where is the restroom?" Or if you're visiting a friend's house, you could say, "Could you tell me where the bathroom is?" Both restroom and bathroom are widely understood and commonly used. Let's practice. You're in a large department store, like a big shopping mall, and you need to find the facilities. How would you ask for directions? Try to be polite. Your turn. Perfect. Knowing this phrase can save you a lot of discomfort and help you when you're out exploring. Phrase number 9. Can I help you? This is a polite offer to assist someone. You'll hear this phrase very often in places like shops or restaurants where staff are there to help you. But you can also use it in everyday talks when you see someone who might need some help. Like if they look confused or are struggling with something. Imagine you see someone struggling to carry a lot of heavy bags. You might offer, "Can I help you with those?" Or if you work in a store and a customer looks a little lost, unsure where to go, you go up to them and say, "Can I help you find something?" If someone offers, "Can I help you?" and you do need help, you can say, "Yes, please, I'm looking for," or "Yes, that would be great." If you don't need help right then, you can politely say, "No, thank you, I'm just looking." Let's practice. Imagine you see someone at a bus stop looking confused. Maybe they can't read the schedule. How would you offer to help them? Say it out loud. Your turn. That's very kind of you. It's always good to be helpful and offer a hand when you can. Our 10th phrase is, "I don't understand." This is a very important phrase to use when you truly don't get what's being said. It's much better to honestly say you don't understand and ask for more information than to pretend you do and miss out on important details. It shows you are paying attention and want to learn. Think about these situations. Someone explains something a bit complicated to you, like a new game rule or a task at work, and you're feeling lost. You can say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you explain it again?" Or if someone uses a lot of new words you don't know, you could say, "I don't understand what that word means." Often, if you say, "I don't understand," the other person will try to explain it in a different way or use simpler words, which is very helpful for your learning. Let's practice. Imagine I've just explained this complex grammar rule to you, and it's a little confusing. You're a bit lost. What do you say? Don't be afraid to admit it. So, the past perfect continuous is used for actions that started in the past, continued up to another point in the past, and were ongoing at that moment. Your turn. Great. It's always okay to ask for clarity and more explanation. That's how we learn. Our 11th phrase is, "What time is it?" This simple question is used when you want to know the current time of day. It's absolutely needed for planning your day, meeting up with people, and simply knowing your schedule. You're waiting for a friend at a cafe, and you want to know if they're running late. You might ask a person walking by, "Excuse me, what time is it?" Or, you're in a long meeting, and you need to know when it ends. You could quietly ask a colleague, "What time is it now?" When someone asks you, "What time is it?" you would usually say the hour and minutes. For example, "It's 3 o'clock," or "It's 10 past 4. You can also say, "It's a quarter to 5 for 4:45. Let's practice. Imagine you're outside a movie theater, and you need to know if you're early or late for your movie's start time. How would you ask someone the time? Say it clearly. Your turn. Excellent. Now you'll always know the time and hopefully never miss your movie or appointment again. Phrase number 12. How do you spell that? This phrase is extremely useful when you hear a new or unusual word, especially names of people or places. English spelling can be quite tricky, with many words not sounding like they're spelled. So don't hesitate to ask for help. It's very common to do so. Imagine someone tells you their name, but it's spelled in an unusual way that you've never seen before. You can politely ask, "How do you spell that?" Or you hear a new city name on the news that sounds foreign. You might think, how do you spell city name? It's a key question for writing things down correctly. When you're asked, "How do you spell that?" you would spell out the word letter by letter. For example, If your name is Alyssa, you'd say Alyssa. It's helpful to be ready to do this for your own name and address. Let's practice. I'll say a slightly unusual name, and I want you to ask me how to spell it. Ready? My friend's name is Siobhan. Your turn. Perfect. You've mastered asking for spelling, a very practical skill in daily life. Our 13th phrase is, I'm just looking. This is a very common phrase to use in a shop or store when a sales assistant comes up to you and asks if they can help you. But you don't need any immediate help. You're simply browse or casually looking around. It's a polite and easy way to say no for the moment. Imagine you walk into a clothing store, and a salesperson approaches you with a friendly smile and says, "Can I help you?" You can respond with, "No, thank you. I'm just looking." This simple phrase lets them know you're okay for now, but you might call them over if you need something specific later. It avoids any awkwardness. Let's practice. Imagine you're in a big electronics store, and a sales assistant asks if you need help finding anything. How would you politely say you're just looking? Say it out loud. Good afternoon. Can I help you find anything today? Your turn. Great. You're getting good at dealing with shopping interactions smoothly and politely. Phrase number 14. What's your name? This is one of the most basic and fundamental questions for meeting people. It's how you ask someone to tell you their name when you meet them for the first time. It's a cornerstone of starting a conversation with a new person. You meet someone new at a social gathering, maybe a friend's party. After shaking hands, you might say, "Hello, what's your name?" Or, a new student joins your class, or a new colleague starts at your job. "Hi, what's your name?" It's direct and essential. When someone asks, "What's your name?" you respond with, "My name is your name," or simply, "I'm your name." It's a quick and clear answer. Let's practice. Imagine you're introducing yourself to someone new, and I'll play the part of the new person. I'll ask you your name. Ready? Hi there. What's your name? Your turn. Fantastic. That's a key phrase for making new friends and starting connections. Our 15th phrase is, where are you from? This is a very common question in casual conversation, especially when you meet new people or people who sound like they have a different accent. It's a friendly way to learn about someone's background and what country or city they grew up in. It helps you understand a bit about their origins. Imagine you're at an international event, and you meet someone new from another country. You might ask, "So, where are you from?" Or you're talking to a tourist visiting your city. "Welcome. Where are you from?" It's a polite way to show interest in them. When asked, "Where are you from?" you simply state your country or city. For example, "I'm from Japan," or "I'm from London." You can also add more detail if you like, but a simple answer is perfect. Let's practice. I'll ask you where you're from, and you respond naturally, saying your own country or city. It's great to meet you. Where are you from? Your turn. Excellent. This helps you connect with people and learn interesting things about others. Phrase number 16. Can I have the bill check, please? This is an essential phrase to use in a restaurant or cafe when you're ready to pay for your meal. It's how you tell the staff that you're done and want to pay. In American English, check is more commonly used, while in British English, bill is used more often. Both are perfectly understood, so you can use whichever feels more natural to you. Imagine you've just finished your delicious meal at a restaurant, and you're ready to leave. You signal to the waiter, perhaps by making eye contact or a small wave, and say, "Excuse me, can I have the bill, please?" Or if you're in the US, "Could we get the check, please?" Adding please makes it polite. Let's practice. Imagine you've just finished eating at a nice cafe, and you want to pay. How would you politely ask for the bill or check? Say it aloud. Your turn. Perfect. You're ready to pay and continue your day. Our 17th phrase is, what do you do? This is a very common question to ask someone about their job or what kind of work they are involved in. It's a standard way to get to know someone's daily life, their profession, and what their main activities are. It's a good way to start talking after you've introduced yourselves. You meet someone at a networking event or a social gathering where you're meeting new people. After finding out their name, you might follow up with, "So, what do you do?" Or you're chatting with a new neighbor you've just moved in next to. I haven't asked yet, what do you do? When someone asks, what do you do? You typically state your job or area of work. For example, I'm a teacher, or I work in marketing. You can also add a little more detail if you want. For example, I'm a teacher. I teach English at a high school. Let's practice. I'll ask you what you do for work or what your main activity is. Say it out loud. It's interesting talking with you. What do you do? Your turn. Great. That's a basic question for getting to know people professionally and personally. Phrase number 18. Have a good day. This is a polite and very friendly way to say goodbye to someone, wishing them well for the rest of their day. You can use it with almost anyone, from a close friend to a stranger who just served you at a shop. It's a warm way to end a talk. Imagine you're leaving a shop after buying something, and the cashier says to you, "Thank you. Have a good day." You can respond with a cheerful, "You too." Or you're saying goodbye to a colleague at the end of the workday. "See you tomorrow. Have a good day." It's a simple way to show good feelings. Let's practice. Imagine you're leaving a friend's house after visiting them. How would you wish them a good day as you leave? Say it naturally. Your turn. That's a lovely way to end a conversation and leave a good feeling. Our 19th phrase, I'm looking for. This is a very useful phrase when you need to find something or someone in a specific place. It helps you ask for directions or help in finding something particular. It's direct and clear. Think of these situations. You're in a big library and trying to find books on a certain topic. You might ask a librarian, "Excuse me, I'm looking for the history section." Or you're in a large building, like a hospital or office complex, and you need to find a specific room or person. You could say, "I'm looking for room 305, or "I'm looking for Mr. Smith's office." Let's practice. Imagine you're in a grocery store, and you're trying to find the dairy aisle where the milk and cheese are. How would you ask a store employee for help? Say it out loud. Your turn. Excellent. Now you'll always find what you're looking for with confidence. And finally, our 20th essential phrase. See you later. This is a casual and very common way to say goodbye, especially when you expect to see the person again fairly soon, like later that day or week. It's friendly and relaxed, much less formal than just goodbye. Imagine you're finishing a conversation with a friend at school or work. Okay, I have to go now. See you later. Or you're leaving work for the day. Bye, everyone. See you later. You can also change it to be more specific based on when you expect to meet again. For example, see you tomorrow, see you next week, or even see you soon. Let's practice. Imagine you're ending a video call with a classmate after working on a project together. How would you say goodbye in a casual and friendly way? Your turn. Perfect, a natural and friendly way to part ways in everyday conversation. And there you have it. 20 essential English phrases for daily conversation. We've covered everything from basic greetings and apologizing to asking for directions and handling shopping situations. Remember, the real magic happens when you start using these phrases in your everyday life. Don't just listen to them. Say them out loud. Practice them in front of a mirror. Try to use them in your real conversations with English speakers. The more you use them, the more natural and comfortable they will become for you. This is just the beginning of your journey to more sure and natural English conversations. Keep practicing. Keep listening to English. And most importantly, keep speaking English. Every phrase you learn and master brings you one step closer to speaking English easily. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Active Listening. I truly hope this episode has been helpful and has given you the tools to feel more sure and comfortable in your English conversations. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel and share it with anyone who might benefit from learning these important phrases. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, keep practicing, keep listening, and keep enjoying your English learning journey. This is Alyssa, signing off. See you next time.